Alright, here is the answer to discussion week 8, number 2, which is a series of these questions. So let's look at that. The linear equation is based on this formula, y equals mx plus b. So it's important to know the m means the slope, and the slope is rise over run. And rise over run helps us to find how the line is slanted. So then I have more questions about that. But the next question they wanted to know, or I wanted to know, was what does the b stand for in this equation? And that is it is the y-intercept. And don't forget that the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. And that's supposed to be a C, crosses. Okay. So, and I've done several videos now on the y-intercept. But briefly, here's the y-axis, here's the x-axis. When you draw a line, every line is made of several points, and the point on the line that crosses the y-axis is right there. The point on the line that crosses the x-axis is right there. So this is the y-intercept. This is the x-intercept. Now the next is a series of questions about the slope. When the slope is negative, the picture or the line falls down in this direction. So you think of it as looking or walking along this direction, and you're coming upon a line, and woo, you go down the slide, so it's a negative slope. When the slope is positive, you will have a line that when you're walking along and you come across a hill and it goes up. So that's when the slope is positive. Okay, so when the slope is 0, that means rise over run equals 0, which means the rise is 0, the run is any number in the world. Okay, so if you have y equals 4, this is going to be an example where slope is 0 because the formula y equals mx plus b, if the slope is equal to 0, that means the x value is gone and you have only a y-intercept. So this becomes the y-intercept. What that actually looks like is when we plot the graph, no matter what value x is, y is 4. 4, 4, forever. It doesn't matter what I put in here. I could put -1, I could put -201. I could put +1, I could put +201. All that means that for any value of x, any distance I go this way, let's say I go 1, I have to go up 4. Bam, there's the point. For any distance I go on the x-line, -1, let's do that point. I'm going to go -1 on the x. I have to go up to 4. And there's another point. If I were to go all the way out to 201, flying out here, I would still have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'd get a line way the heck, or a point way the heck out here, but it's still at y equal 4. So what you're seeing here is a horizontal line starts to form. So when the slope is 0, it is a horizontal line. And that means the rise is 0, the run is any number. So the rise will always be nothing. I can't go up and down, but I can always go right, left. But I'm stuck there. Okay, and for the last example of slope where slope is undefined, what we have when m is undefined, let's type it, it's faster, is that means you have a rise over run. You could have any value for the rise, but your run becomes 0. And that's a problem. Any fraction with a denominator of 0 is undefined. It's not a real number, or it's not an existing number. You cannot have 0 in the denominator. And that's true because, well, okay, I'm not going to go into a long explanation about that. Let's move on and let's look at that. When x equals 2, let's say, that means that with an undefined slope, your equation is sort of just whittled down to just an x value. And that's sort of hard to explain, but let's plot it. So you have your little coordinates, and anytime, no matter what, x is going to equal 2. You have x equal 2. Okay, so 2, 2 forever, no matter what the y value is. You can put in 1, you can put in 200, you could put in -1, you could put in -2. Whatever you do to this y value, or x is always 2. Okay, so what does that mean? Where y is 1, x is 2. Bam. Where y is -1, go down 1 over 2, x is 2. Where y is 200, I'm off the page now, I still have to go over 2. If I do -200, I'd go off the page, but I still have to go to the right 2. So what starts to form is a vertical line. So a vertical line has an undefined slope. And this makes sense, right? A horizontal line is a slope of 0 because it's not slanted. It's not going up or down. This is completely straight up and down. So there is no slope, there's no slant, there's no direction. It's just straight up and down. So the slope is undefined. Okay, that explains all of that. And the last question, what is rise over run also called? Hopefully you have that burned into your head. That is also called the slope. So the slope is m, the b is the y-intercept. This x and y represent coordinates, and the coordinates mean it's a point on the line. Okay, I hope that summarizes everything.